Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 here with Rangers. As you can see on the screen just now, we're about to complete the transfer of Danilo Cataldi. He's going down to Wolves for a 6.75 million pound fee, and we will be getting 4.8 million of that in the budget. We're also getting 27.5 grand off the wage bill, and that's representing 100% profit actually, considering we brought him in on a free transfer. He's done good for us, but it's just time to move him on. You've been a fantastic servant to the club, Danilo, and you'll be welcome back anytime. Thanks, who knows what the future holds. Brilliant. What does he think? Is he a Rangers fan? Yes, favoured clubs, Rangers as a player. Favoured personnel, me. Nice. Good. He's had a good time here. Listen, he'll be fondly held in the memories of all of us here at the club. Morelos is upset that we've let him go. He wasn't the only leader in the dressing room. I'm confident won't be that missed. Okay, I know we have other leaders, but nobody the same influence as Danilo. What he brought to the dressing room was irreplaceable. Get on with your job, son. He's no backing down, right? I'm fed up hearing about this. You can either get on with your job or you can follow him out the door. I don't want to leave, so I'll drop it. Thank God, man. Fucking moaning about getting rid of somebody when we're bringing in players who are just as good or better. Particularly when Cataldi didn't have that great a season last season. Okay, so Payez, fitness test not required. He's kind of iffy on his fitness coming into this one here against Spartak Moscow, Champions League qualifier again. Where are we? Christian Payez is off the bench for Barjonas. We'll be going with the full squad, of course. So we've got Fulton, Riedel, Denswell, Wallace, Byram, Edelman, Horta, Fassi, Chiacheri, Morelos and Molina. The full complement, the first 11 starting here at Ibrox against Spartak. Let's hope we can get a nice big result to take with us to Moscow. Maybe get some of the rotational boys out there again. Go out there and carry on straight on from where you finished your 6-0 victory over Falkirk. We're not even going to say anything to the boys. They know what's required of them. Is that Christian Trash playing at left wing back? Jesus, he's 35. How is he only 35? As Molina takes this corner, it's headed away. Fassi will pick it up. I feel like Christian Trash has been in his 30s for the past 10 Football Manager games. Andre Horta, Riedel, Chiacheri, bit of space, byline, whip, Molina, 1-0. There you go, easy as. Let's tell them, push forward, push on here, bury them. Let's take advantage of this early start and rack up the goals, as we've been doing in every game so far this season. Celtic also in action against Dynamo Zagreb, as the ball's whipped in, it's cleared away by Trash. We actually want Celtic to win, we'll be cheering on Celtic, want them to improve Scotland's coefficiency. Fassi, Morelos, Chiacheri, touch, byline, whip again, good cross but cleared away. Riedel now, keep the pressure on, go on Fassi. A wall of red shots in front. Riedel, oh lovely ball, Chiacheri slips it in. Horta, Wallace, Murray Wallace. 2-0, I know we're just going to praise the boys. Honestly, I know I said that we're going to have a good season. I thought we were going to have a good season. I thought we were going to, I thought we were going to boss the league. I still think we're going to boss the league, but I didn't expect to boss Europe as much as this. Qualifiers only, mind you, but still. Edelman's ball in. Chiacheri, oh, the bar. We've put away some good teams. Brøndby aren't a bad team. We hammered them. Dynamo Kiev are anything but a bad team. We hammered them, and we're 2 up against Spartak. It's not even 20 minutes yet. Denswell out wide to Edelman. There you go, good ball. Marcel Edelman over the top for Morelos. He's in. Touch is too wide. Chiacheri though. 3-0. Oops, didn't mean to click that. I meant to praise them again. I think we'll be clicking that praise button quite a bit this season. It's finally come together, this squad. We've had a couple of seasons where we played well, but my God, we look a scary prospect this year. Spartak trying to get forward. We still need to concentrate a little bit here. They make it 3-1 and you never know. Game's on. Denswell, Horta, pinched it back though. Jorgensen, Quincy, Promise, just over the bar. Wee warning shot there. We just need to keep our heads going about our business and we'll be fine. Once again, all three of the front three have either scored, assisted or both. As we go into the break, 3-0 up. Celtic are 1-0 up over Dynamo Zagreb as well, which is nice. We'd like to get the champions straight into the group stages so we don't need to mess about with these qualifiers in future seasons. I'm going to bring Barjonas on actually for Fassi. Fassi's not been, fantastic today. His fitness is, I think it was at 80 odd % condition there or something. We'll just wrap him up in cotton wool a little bit. We'll do the same with Marcel Edelman in a moment. Barjonas cut back, Horta edge of the area. Hammers, oh my days, what a finish from Andre Horta for 4. We'll take Edelman off just now. We don't actually. I've neglected apparently to put Dimitri Mitchell on the bench. We'll go on Vanildo Fernandez and Denswell, who can play a left back, can kinda play a left wing back, so we'll put him in there. But what a goal that is from Andre Horta. I think we'll give the last half hour or so to Sebastian Jung on that right hand side. Barjonas, Denswell, can we get another 6 goals? Molina, Cross, Morelos, 5. We've got half an hour to get a 6th. Unbelievable how good this is. Now all 3 of the front 3 have scored and assisted today. Quincy Promise to Brozovic. They're not a bad side either. Chiacheri now. Molina counters on. Morelos got a man ahead of him, and Andre Horta, can he get a brace? He shoots. Nah. Never going to score that. A silky little chip over the keeper perhaps into the far corner was on, but you're never going to score a curling effort there. Young, Chiacheri, Barjonas. Oh, he's hit the post. We're 5-0 up here and we've hit the woodwork twice. Let's just process that for a second. Wallace away. Barjonas can't quite keep it. Young though forward. Barjonas play it through. Over the top for Molina. What a pass. Square ball. Easy finish. 6. Once again with the praise. How good is Walter Molina at just running down that left hand side, getting the cross in and putting it on a plate for players? Crazy, crazy stuff. Promise whips it in. It's bouncing through everybody. It's going to break. Ugh, and Christian Kabasele has made it 6-1. And there's that bet up again. Rangers to win with both teams to score. You could actually do a wee bet builder there. Rangers to win, both teams to score, and Rangers, what, -3 at least. People who didn't bet will think I'm speaking like ancient Greek there when I'm talking about all that, but anybody who gambles will know what I'm talking about. I think it's going to end 6-1. It's another 6 goals for the squad. I think we're going to be up there in Messi, Suarez, Neymar numbers soon. Promise whips it in, and it's claimed easily by Ian Fulton. And it looks like we're going through to the next round, do you think? 6-1 over Spartak Moscow. And Dundee, who are bottom of the Scottish Premiership at the moment, looking on in fear, no doubt, of what they're going to come up against. 2 games and our goal difference is 9. That is ludicrous. 3 points clear of Celtic as well after only 2 games. Crazy, crazy stuff. So before this Dundee game, actually, let's go and hunt. I asked last time about looking for a man on the right hand side to replace Byram, Young and Houston in there. A real, a Marcel Edelman on the other side, if you like. Because if we look at Marcel Edelman and how good he looks, he's got great physical stats there, mental stats and technical stats. Will come on as he continues to develop, but he's only 19 years of age. Let's just keep this in perspective here. We only paid $7.5 million as well for him. Just a great player. Whether you compare him to Sam Byram, who's a well-rounded player, but he's 28, he's never getting any better. He's actually wanted by Leicester and Newcastle. If they make bids for him, then we might have a different decision to make. But I asked, should we be going for somebody on the right, or should we be looking for a big power centre-back to complete that back 3? Because Murray Wallace is a bit of an odd one out at the moment. And the feedback, kind of again going along the same lines of what I was thinking, is to look for the big power centre-back. Chancellor Mbemba's listed actually, and he is a bit of a classy act, but 21.5 million is a bit rich for my blood for Chancellor Mbemba. We just have a little look here at players who are available. Who's this guy? 25-year-old German, Jordan Torunariga. He's at Manchester City. They paid 13.25 for him. They're selling him for 19.5. That's a bit rich again for my blood. But we're just going to take a little look down the list here and see if we can get inspired by any of the players who are just here. Nah, I'm not really interested in him. We will search in a moment to look for some young prospects. The likes of Manuel Riedel, for example, was an absolute steal. So people like that would be good. Mitai Mitrovic is okay. Joe Worrell, again, is okay. Ivan Ordets is a good player, but he's 30 years of age already. Here we go. Lucas Martinez Corta at Benfica is a quality lad, so we'll have a wee look at him. Kik Pieri is also a quality lad, but he's on loan from Spurs at Cardiff, so we're never going to land him. I think I also want to take a little look for some players that I know off the top of my own head here. Let's see if we can find Eder Alvarez Balanta. Is he here? Nope, unfortunately not. And Doria. See if we can find him. He's back playing in Brazil. He looks a decent lad, but maybe not actually even as good as we need. So I think what we do now is go into the scouting here. We want a centre back. His age is to be maximum 21. Let's just see what that turns up, shall we? Look at the top here. A couple of players there. Jordan Krastev. Jesus, he is a player and a half, but we can't get him from Stoke, sadly. Liam van Gelderen. Physical stats are a bit lacking. Sven Weil, I would probably pronounce that as. Passing only 10. Not that great either. Atletico and Dortmund are interested in him. I'm going to take a look and see what we would be asked to pay for him. Yusuf Öztürk, we don't know a lot about, so we'll get a wee scout report on him. A couple of players are out on loan, no interested. Jay Brooks at Burnley. We'll have a wee look at him. His acceleration at 9 worries me a little bit, but we'll have a little look. Nikolai Mikhailov. Again, another player who looks pretty good. A wee 19-year-old there. Dante Palacio at Boca Juniors. Do we continue the Argentine revolution? Get him in. And Antonis Adonis, the German. Physically looks very good actually, so maybe we'll take a wee look at him. Alexander Flip at Bielefeld. Nah, not for me. Not with 9 jumping reach. Or no, a big powerful centre back. Jerry Smith, we already have a report putting him at 60. Yeah, I think we'll get those reports in and see what they say. We might go and start scouting by country as well. See who's actually playing alongside Manuel Riedel for Austria. And see if perhaps they would want to come and join us here. We do have a good bit of money now actually, so if we look at that. Our under-20s beat Stranraer. Nice. It's a good sign when your under-20s start to beat teams who are proper teams in their own right. Hopefully we can get a really good youth system coming up here as well. We've won our last 3 matches against Dundee. I would expect that run to continue tomorrow when they come to Ibrox. I would expect us to hammer them by a good couple of goals as well. And the scouting here, let's look if those reports have come in. Okay, they have indeed. We could pick up that Nikolai Mikhailov for 6 million. But he is lacking, let's be honest. A lot of them are actually. Jake Wright would be 28 million. Jumping reach is only 7. Quarta is okay. Doria's okay. Nah, I think we're going to have to go on a country dive because a lot of these players didn't look that good. Manuel Riedel, who are you playing alongside at the Austria team? Lucas Jäger. It's probably bang average. Any more youngsters in here? Hesse Albeck is actually right wing back there. We'll have a little scout of him. They're not very strong at the back actually, Austria, and they don't seem to have Manuel Riedel in this squad for some weird reason. No under-19s defenders, under-21s. Christoph Klarer looks okay. Florian Fink at Red Bull Salzburg is probably quite good. He's wanted by Fortuna Düsseldorf. We'll scout him out. And Marvin Garth looks bang average. Oh well, we're not going to get them from Austria it seems. What about Germany? They always produce good youngsters. Nico Brandler, physically very good, technically needs a bit of work. Who else? Murat Barut. Now he looks good. He's on loan from Leverkusen, so chances to get him are unlikely, but we'll certainly look into him. But they're under 21s. Oh, I've got the proper Germany team on. I forgot I'd actually made that change. There's Adonis Kowalski. Looks okay. On loan from Dortmund again. Marcel Edelman's in there under 23s. Good for him. Anton Rucker looks bang average. Jan Bowler, bang average. Patrick Abwander, again bang average. It's tough going actually trying to find these youngsters. What about Holland? Bo de Bruyne. Okay. There's that Sven Weilen. Him as well. You're going to Kielenkamp. Jesus, he looks as if he's coming along well. Doing very good in our Ajax save actually for us at Kielenkamp. What about this guy? Nah, right. We'll wait again for some of those reports to come in, but the search isn't going as good as I was hoping. There would be some standout players that would just leap out at us actually. Clearly not going to be the case. Listen, we're not desperate for a centre-back or a wing-back. I'll bank this money, move on, do better in Europe, get the reputation up, attract some better players. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a wee bit disappointed that there wasn't a Manuel Riedel, you know, one of these wonder kids that just leaps out at you, and you think, you know, we need to snap that guy up. We've not managed to see that so far. We'll see if any of these reports have come in before we actually play Dundee. We'll play Dundee and we'll call it an episode. Okay, so it's time to play Dundee. Let's have a look at the reports. Have they come in? Yeah, Brecalo no, Beto de Silva no, Jake Wright again, too expensive, Florian Fink no, Jaeger no, Albeck no. Nah, we're really struggling to find somebody of quality, sadly. Right, well, into the Dundee game nonetheless. Christian Paez can return to the bench in place of Barjonas. No, he can't because he's still not really fit. Barjonas back on the bench. Mitchell can come onto the bench for Sebastian Young, I suppose. And I think we'll go with that then. That's Fulton, Riedel, Denswell, Wallace, Byram, Edelman, Hortafasi, Chiacheri, Morelos and Molina. Let's jump into this and see if we can put another 6 goals past them here. Oh, did they play a narrow back 3 there? I think they were, weren't they? It's not showing us. We'll see in a second. I think they're playing a narrow back 3. They are going to get ripped to shreds by Chiacheri and Molina. There you go. Immediately. Molina. Morelos. Oh, it's a sitter. An absolute sitter for Morelos. They are playing an narrow back 3. We are going to destroy them on the break. Morelos picks it up. Long it goes. Oh, he's giving it away. He seems off it today, Morelos. Misses a sitter and plays an errant pass when we had a clear breakaway. Randall beats Edelman. Whips it in, but Fulton's there. Easy. I actually thought we might be at threat of going behind there for the first time this season. As it comes forward now to Edelman. Horta's got acres. Chiacheri's got space wide right. And Molina's away from his man. Back stick. Not even 3 minutes. Once again we lead early. And once again we'll try and push on to really hammer home that lead. And as I say, the narrow formation is going to hurt them. Chiacheri got too much space to cross. Molina was completely unmarked at the back stick. Oh, good man Edelman there. Then he gave it away, but he did well to win it in the first place. Here he is now, Marcel Edelman. He tries to switch the play. Chiacheri, oh my days. What a pass. What a finish. 2-0, not even 5 minutes gone. And it might get worse than 6 today if Dundee aren't careful. And something's going to happen immediately from the kickoff. They need to change this narrow back 3. Cammy Smith, intercepted by Edelman. Molina, Chiacheri, Morelos. Giacherri, overlap, Byram, drill it across Son, stands it up. Molina can't get there. That's poor. We should have drilled that across. Molina now into the box, cleared away. Dundee are holding. Wallace wins it back. Good man. Plays it through. Giacherri's in. Oh, and it's a post, and then it's Morelos. 5.5 minutes. Rangers 3, Dundee 0. This is where the fans start to chant, we want 10, and something's going to happen again from the break. Byram, Molina, we're in again. We're in again. Giacherri holds it up. Byram's overlap. This time he does drill it. Ugh, and Morelos with another sitter. If Morelos scored his 2 sitters, it would have been 5-0 before 5 minutes. Or within about 5 minutes anyway. Edelman, Fassi, Morelos, drills it. Horta, 4-0. 13 minutes gone. 4-0. Oh my days. Corner, is it going to get worse? Nah, Morelos with another flick over. Morelos could have about 6 goals here. And the game seems to have settled down a little bit now. I think Gallagher and Mabudi are going to get some game time somehow. I don't think we need to be worrying about throwing it away at 4-0. Wallace, Edelman, it could get worse than 4-0. Molina for Morelos, header away, space though on the right. Horta, Byram, first time. Molina, 5. It better get worse than 6 now. 5-0 after 35 minutes here. It looks like that'll be the half-time scoreline. Rangers 5, Dundee 0. Well, there you go. What can you say but passionately very pleased with the performance? Molina will come off for Gallagher. Mabudi will replace Morelos. And we'll throw Jonas. No, sorry, not Jonas. We'll throw Mitchell in for these the carded Edelman there. All 3 changes at half time. That's going to become a feature as we look to rotate and get some of the young players in these league games. Horta now's corner, in, away, Gallagher. Tee him up, edge of the box there, Gallagher. Nope, chooses to whip it. Should have just cut it back to the edge of the area there for a pot shot. Byram rolling it to Fassi. Byram, Horta. He's not really had a breakout performance so far, Fassi, but he hasn't really needed to. Byram, Mitchell, Fassi. Good ball that. Gallagher losing it. Mitchell though. Come on, get a good ball in. Cleared away again. Byram now. Horta's there. Giacherri. Gallagher. Penalty. Andre Horta to take for 6. Which will mean the first 3 games of the season. Hold on. There it is. The first 3 games of the season. We have scored 6 goals in all 3 of those games. Madness. Absolute madness. 2 a man today. They've been amazing. The starting 11. Even Ian Fulton, who's done nothing, has a 7.4. As Fassi bends it. Palmed over by Scott Bain. Come on, let's get 7 or 8, preferably 8. I think 8's where it becomes really humiliating. 6 is a hammering, 7 is a hammering, but 8 is really one of those once-in-a-lifetime scorelines. Wallace to Fulton now. Is there still a chance here? Looks like it. Byram, Horta moves it quickly. Giacherri. Space on the right. Mitchell now has got to be space on the left for Gallagher. Fassi. Space on the right again for Byram. Far too much of it. Byram angled in. Gallagher misses at the first attempt, but comes back off the post to him. Tim Gallagher pops it in. Rangers 7, Dundee 0. Ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous how well we're playing. Come on, get wee Mabudi a goal. Here we go, come on. Get me an 8th. We want 8 here. Mitchell, Fassi. Over the top, no messing about, but Gallagher's on his heels, sadly. Randall back to Bain. Are we going to screw the both teams to score bet today? We're going to keep that clean sheet finally. Fassi, Gallagher, long it goes. Denswell holds well. Fassi, Gallagher, come on, get me an 8th. Over the top. No, here it is. Is it on? McCauley's in, shoots. Both teams to score. Oh, God. To be Ian Fulton, eh? You've got nothing to do the entire game. And then one long ball over the top. 7-1. You know what? If we win every game of the season 7-1, I'm not going to be too concerned about our goalkeeper's lack of clean sheets. Fulton, Denswell, Wallace, game. Your man of the match is Andre Horta, pulling the strings for the midfield again. What's this? Is this his 3rd season now? 2nd season, Andre Horta? It's his 3rd season now, yeah. He's been getting better every season. What a player he is. Somebody should really come in and try and pinch him, but I'll not be complaining if they don't. How did Connor Moore do at Partick there? Played 90 minutes, only got a 6.4, but look at those stat increases. Oof. And our last 3 games, 6-2 over Falkirk, 6-1 over Moscow, 7-1 over Dundee. Next time out, we're going to be away from home on both occasions. We take on Spartak Moscow, then we take on Hearts. And when we're away in Moscow, we're going to play those rotational young boys again. We come back, Hearts away is probably actually our toughest test of the season so far. So we'll see how we get on in that one. How are Hearts doing? They've started with 1 win, 1 loss and 1 draw. Do we want to see how Celtic get? Yeah, we'll see Celtic at Easter Road, see how they get on. And then we'll call it, of course. Of course, next time we will hopefully have the Champions League draw and we will continue our search for a big young centre-back. Hibernian versus Celtic ends 0-0. And we are 5 clear after 3 games. When I said we were going to storm the league this season, I really meant it. Oh. RB Leipzig are in for Manuel Riedel. They are going to pay that 20 million release if we are not careful. We need to get him on a new deal. He came from RB Salzburg before. Atletico, Juve, Napoli, Leipzig and Dortmund all want him. Offer new contract, key player. I will not allow you to treat the club as a stepping stone or improve strikers. Dear. Fine. Fine, I'll agree with both of those things, just to try and get his release clause up. 22.5 on his release clause. Fine, better than nothing. He's going to leave, isn't he? I suspect he's going to leave. This sucks, man. But that's what minimum fee release clauses are for, I suppose, to get players who don't want to be here out of their contract. And it looks like he's going to exercise his, and it looks like he will be leaving the club. Which I think is entirely unfair. The club's been really good to him. He's going to sign a new 5-year deal, but I have a suspicion that Leipzig are going to pay his release clause. They might even pay the 20 million release clause. Just want to advance a day and see what happens. Right, nobody else came back in, so we're going to leave it there. We're going to cross our fingers and hope that nobody comes in for him. This Ron Williamson boy keeps playing well. Maybe he's worth a shot in the first team as well. Anyway, don't want to prattle on too long and extend this episode too much. As I say, next time we're away in Moscow, then we go to Edinburgh to take on Hearts. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have done, please do drop down below and leave a like on the video. It really does help out the channel. I'm appreciating that I can see some more likes on the video these days, so I do appreciate that. I see that you guys are hitting that like button, and I do, as I say, greatly appreciate it. Of course, to follow the season and see how many 6 or 7 1 hammerings we can put by teams this season, see if we can ever get that elusive clean sheet, then please do subscribe to the channel. Of course, follow the series. I'd be greatly appreciative of that. But overall, just thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time when we're taking on Moscow and Hearts.